My name is Chris Will, and I am here to help you understand a few little different ways to look at how to act Shakespeare so you have a better understanding of how to perform it. So let me show you a slide on this PowerPoint on how we can do that. Okay, finding Shakespeare's ideas. What I'm about to tell you, you probably know some of it, but you might not know all of it. And what I want you to understand is how you can kind of take these two main ideas that we know and kind of squish them together. So I'm just going to say a Shakespeare monologue that I have, and I want you to kind of listen to how I'm saying it and watch along with the text. A woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. If she do frown, 'tis not in hate of you, but rather to beget more love in you. If she do chide, 'tis not to have you gone, for why? The fools are mad. If left alone, take no repulse, whatever she doth say. For get you gone, she doth not mean away. Flattering in praises, commend, extol their graces, though ne'er so black, say they have angel faces. That man that hath a tongue, I say, is no man, if with his tongue he cannot win a woman. Okay, so let me kind of show you what I did. The first thing I like to do is start with meter, and this is probably something you already know, but the first top main meter is called iambic, and that's unstressed and then stressed. So it's like da-da, right? Everybody go da-da, right, at home. Now, the next one's trochee, where it's the opposite, where it's stressed and then unstressed. Da-da, so it's going to come in harder, right? So iambic's da-da, trochee is da-da, right? It's a little more aggressive. Then the next one is spondee, where it's both stressed, da, right? And that one's like super aggressive, right? So what it's great to do is when Shakespeare writes in verse, he's got these really long lines, right? And those are the meter lines. So to understand the meter line at first and kind of the rhythm and the meter it has. So if you try to say this in iambic, a woman sometimes scorns what best contents her, right? That is, I think, an iambic line that has a nice kind of rhythm and smooth to it. What if you say the meter and the words don't complement the meter, then you have to go back, because the meter is not on top of the words. The meter is the words, right? So a woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. That sounds good, right? Now, if we were to try to iambic with this line, flatter and praise, commend, extol their graces. No, that sounds weird. It sounds wonky. Flatter is not an iambic word. Flatter is aggressive. It's trochee. Flatter and praise, commend, extol their graces, right? So let the words tell you what the meter is. Flatter and praise. Ba-da-da-da. Commend, extol their graces, right? So really understand all the meter on the lines first, and do this, score this throughout all of your text if you're working on either a meter, either a monologue or a scene. So now next, you're going to want to look at your punctuation and your conjunction marks. So look at all of these markings in your Shakespeare text. They give you clues on where to break up that meter and find an idea. And then also look for the conjunction marks, conjunction words. And, however, but, or but is the best conjunction, right? Because but always has something different after it, right? I've never heard anyone in their life say, I love you, but let's get married, right? That never works. It's always, I love you, but we need to break up, right? So my advice to you is, if anybody ever says but and it's good before it, run, get out of there. It's never good after, right? So if you look at this line, For why, comma, the fools are mad, comma, if left alone. So I find the meter for why the fools are mad if left alone. Feels great, feels iambic, feels good. But now I'm going to try to see if I can honor these commas with the ideas. For why the fools are mad if left alone, right? There's 3 ideas in this one line. 3 different intentions that you need to get from who you're talking to, right? So use the punctuation, use the conjunctions to make a list of your monologue. And now listen to what the monologue sounds like as a list. A woman sometimes scorns what best contents her. If she do frown, 'tis not in hate of you, but rather to beget more love in you. If she do chide, 'tis not to have you gone, for why? The fools are mad. If left alone, take no repulse, whatever she doth say, for get you gone, she doth not mean away. Flattering in praise, commend, extol their graces, though ne'er so black, say they have angel faces. A man that hath a tongue, I say, is no man, if with that tongue he cannot win a woman. Right? So you gotta combine those 2 together. I hope you still heard my meter, but you also cut up these ideas with different intentions. So you have the meter in the different intentions of the ideas, and literally make a list of your Shakespeare monologue using the punctuation marks and the conjunctions to decide what every idea is. Now, here's the best advice I could ever give you with acting. When you do this list, you've got to think your first idea that's going to work. But then you know what? It fails. It doesn't work. So you have to go to your next idea. And you know what? That idea fails. And then the next idea fails. So the setup of acting to me is you have your first idea. This should work. You say it. It doesn't work. You see that it doesn't work. And then you have to say something else. And with a different intention, different verb, different everything, right? So ideas are falling into the meter. Now, there are 3 different ways that your idea can fall into a meter. There can be an idea in the whole meter line. There can be several ideas in one meter line, or the idea can wrap around the meter line. So here's what one idea looks like in a meter line. No glory lives behind the back of such. One idea, 1 meter line, right? Now, several ideas in one line. What fire is in my ears? Can this be true? Right? You can hear it now. 2 ideas, 1 meter line, right? Or it wraps around. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly, right? So you see how, and I believe, you wouldn't go believe it better than reportingly. That's an incomplete idea. It wraps around. So you have 3 ideas in 2 meter lines. For others say thou dost deserve. And it's 2 ideas. I wrote that wrong. 2 ideas in 2 different lines, right? So now it's your turn. Take this text and find how many ideas there are. And what I do when I teach students is you need to know specifically how many ideas are in your monologue. So when you're performing, you go, okay, I know this monologue has 16 ideas. My job is to communicate 16 ideas to whoever I'm talking to. So this is great practice. Find a friend and go, could you hear, how many ideas did you hear in this performance? Don't tell them the number and go, I'm going to perform this. I want you to listen to how many ideas. Have them watch this video or teach them what an idea is so they can listen, those breaks, those shifts, and then see if they can listen to how many ideas you have. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you, but take those 2 things. Find the meter in the line and then find the ideas within the meter, and then see how the meter influences the idea, and see how many ideas you have in each meter line. Remember that there can be many ideas in one line. It can be one idea with one line, or that idea can wrap around those meter lines. But if you take the meter and the ideas, throw that in with an intention, who you're talking to, what do you want? Now you know, you have your list of ideas of how many ideas you are trying to convince this person to do something. Then you will have a more genuine, clear understanding of what you're doing and how to perform Shakespeare. I hope that was helpful.